The Etruscan civilization was one of the most influential and advanced cultures in ancient Italy, flourishing from around the 9th century BCE to the 1st century BCE. It occupied a region known as Etruria, which corresponds to present-day Tuscany, parts of Lazio, and Umbria. The Etruscans were distinct from other Italic peoples, with their own language, religion, and social structure. Though they eventually became absorbed into the expanding Roman Empire, their contributions significantly influenced Roman culture, particularly in areas such as art, architecture, and religion. The origins of the Etruscans are still a subject of debate. Some ancient sources, like the Greek historian Herodotus, claimed they originated from Lydia in modern-day Turkey, while others, such as Dionysius of Halicarnassus, argued that they were indigenous to Italy. Modern genetic and archaeological evidence suggests that they were likely native to the Italian peninsula, developing from the Villanovan culture, c. 1100 to 750 BCE, which is considered a precursor to the Etruscan civilization. By the 8th century BCE, the Etruscans had established a series of city-states, each governed autonomously, but linked by shared language, culture, and religion. These city-states were ruled by kings or oligarchies, and while they often competed, they also cooperated in matters of trade and religious practices. Etruscan society was hierarchical, with a clear division between the aristocracy, who held most political and economic power, and the lower classes, including slaves. The Etruscan kingship was later replaced by an aristocratic form of government in many cities, with elected magistrates and councils. However, their form of governance was quite varied, with each city-state developing its own unique political structure. Women in Etruscan society held a higher status compared to their counterparts in contemporary Greek and Roman societies. They could participate in public life, attend banquets, and own property, as evidenced by Etruscan art and tomb inscriptions. The Etruscans practiced a polytheistic religion with many gods and goddesses, often influenced by Greek and Phoenician deities. They believed in an afterlife, as demonstrated by the extensive and elaborate burial practices. Tombs were richly decorated with murals and contained a variety of grave goods, including pottery, jewelry, and weapons, indicating their belief in life after death. The Etruscan necropolises, cities of the dead, such as those in Cerveteri and Tarquinia, are UNESCO World Heritage Sites today. A unique aspect of Etruscan religion was the practice of divination, especially haruspicy, reading animal entrails, and augury, interpreting the behavior of birds. These rituals were performed by specialized priests known as haruspices, and were crucial for making political and military decisions. The Romans later adopted many Etruscan religious practices. Etruscan art was highly advanced, characterized by its intricate bronze work, pottery, and sculptures. The Etruscans were skilled metalworkers, producing exquisite bronze statues, mirrors, and jewelry. Their pottery, especially butchero ware, is noted for its shiny black surface and intricate designs. In terms of architecture, the Etruscans were known for their innovations in temple construction and urban planning. They used materials such as wood and terracotta for building, which was different from the Greeks who favored stone. Their temples featured a deep porch with columns and a staircase leading to the entrance, a style that influenced Roman temple design. Additionally, the Etruscans were expert builders of underground tombs and city walls, many of which still stand today. The Etruscans had a profound influence on the early development of Rome. According to legend, the last 3 kings of Rome were of Etruscan origin, including the famous Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, who was overthrown in 509 BCE when the Roman Republic was established. Etruscan architecture, particularly the arch and the use of engineering techniques for drainage and road construction, were adopted by the Romans. The famous Cloaca Maxima, Rome's ancient sewer system, was built under Etruscan supervision. The gladiatorial games, which became a staple of Roman entertainment, are believed to have evolved from Etruscan funeral rites. The Etruscan alphabet, derived from the Greek alphabet, also greatly influenced the development of the Latin script. The Etruscan civilization began to decline around the 4th century BCE due to internal conflicts and increasing pressure from neighboring peoples, including the Celts from the north and the expanding Roman Republic. By the 3rd century BCE, most Etruscan city-states had fallen under Roman control, and their culture was gradually assimilated into Roman society. Despite their decline, the Etruscans left a lasting legacy in areas such as art, engineering, religion, and language, which continued to shape Roman civilization, and by extension, the future of the Western world. The Etruscans were a complex and sophisticated civilization that laid much of the groundwork for Roman culture. Their advanced skills in metallurgy, art, and urban planning, along with their religious practices, heavily influenced Rome's early development. Although their language and much of their culture were eventually lost to history, their contributions to art, religion, and architecture remain enduring elements of their legacy.